Good morning, Gordon Park students. It is Friday, April the 24th, and I hope you're all well. It's a bit of a rainy day, and I don't know if you know this, but today is Arbor Day. Wednesday, earlier this week, was Earth Day, and today, Friday, is Arbor Day. Now, Arbor Day is a day on which we celebrate trees. Arbor relates to trees, and it is a national holiday celebrating just trees. So today, I'm already kind of showing this drawing that's happening up on the screen, but when I was a kid, I loved the story of Johnny Appleseed. I had books in my school library about Johnny Appleseed, and I loved to check them out and take them home and read them. And the story of Johnny Appleseed is actually a story based on a man who really lived named John Chapman. And John Chapman, or Johnny Appleseed, was a man who walked around the United States in a time before there were cars all over our country. He walked around the United States on his feet mostly, and what he was doing while he was walking around the United States was he was planting apple seeds. He was planting apple seeds, little tiny apple seeds in the ground, hoping that they would grow into full-sized apple trees that would provide apples for the people that live near them. So he walked around with seeds, and he would just plant them in different places and talk with people as he went. I don't know if this is true or not, but the tales about Johnny Appleseed said that he carried his things with him probably in a backpack, or maybe like in this picture that I'm drawing, maybe even in a knapsack, which is like a bundle tied in a cloth, and often could be hung over your shoulder or even hung on the end of a stick over your shoulder. And one funny thing that I loved about the stories about him was these tales about Johnny Appleseed. Said that he wore a pot, a cooking pot, like you would cook soup in or boil water in. He would wear and carry a pot on his head like a hat. And all the pictures I ever saw of Johnny Appleseed in those books as a kid had him walking around the United States planting apple seeds and wearing a pot on his head, which I always thought was just so funny. And so I thought today, to celebrate Arbor Day and trees, I would draw this picture of what I think Johnny Appleseed, John Chapman, might have looked like. And so I've drawn him in overalls with boots and a knapsack and a pot on his head. Now I'm drawing an apple tree, and it looks like he's maybe picking this apple off of the apple tree. So as we celebrate trees today and how they are beautiful, and they provide shade, and they create spaces that are pleasant and beautiful for us in parks and in our city, in forests out in the countryside. I want to celebrate also Johnny Appleseed, who was someone who found a way to make the world more beautiful, more pleasant to live in. And he did that in a way that was kind of unique. I don't think a lot of other people were walking around the country with a pot on their head planting apple seeds at that time. I'm not sure, but I don't think that they were. And so as I draw Johnny Appleseed today, I just want to encourage our entire community that you all, every one of you, every student, every parent, every teacher, every person can make the world a more beautiful place, a more special place to live in. And we can do that in very small ways, by being kind to one another, by taking care of our world, by taking care of our school or our homes, by taking care of one another in our relationships. We make the world a more kind and beautiful and pleasant place to be. We miss you guys so much at the school while we're not together. But I will say this time, having a lot of time at home has given me a lot of time to think about how special it is that we get the chance to walk in life together and know one another and learn about each other's stories. And so I just want to, just on this Friday, this Arbor Day, I just want to say I'm thankful for each of you. I know we all are, and we hope you are well. And I just want to encourage you to think about how could you make the world more beautiful today and in the days to come. And it's okay if the idea you come up with, whatever that idea may be, it's okay if that idea is a little different, a little weird. It's okay if it's never been thought of before, and actually that could be one of the amazing things about it, is that nobody's done quite what you're thinking of doing to make the world a better place. And also, you do make the world a better place just by being you, and just by bringing who you are to this world as you are. So hope you have a great Arbor Day, and I'm just going to finish up this drawing here, and I wish you well. Talk to you soon.